Okay, we are live. Do we have traverse coding? Do we have traverse coding? What part of mute don't you understand, Twitch? Right, there we go. Yes, we're live. We've got transcoding. So all that remains is a little bit of social mediaing. There we go, all good stuff. That's that done. We'll do the book face as well, because, well, you kind of have to these days, you know, just a bit of a thing. Where are we? There, yes, very good. Okay, and one last one to do. We go. Right. To the live screen, Batman. Yes, indeed. Hopefully I'm early enough for this. Oh, I put the wrong one on. Ha! Clever me. What did this require? Ooh, 895. Wrangle. They require a wrangle. And then I can put this pistol on. But do I have to match its multi-range or the multi... Well, what's the lowest? Does this even show multi-range? 1000. Oh, God. And this needs 9 multi-ranged. We have 410. Isn't that... yeah, I can do it, but I would have to swap a whole bunch of stuff. I.e., I would have to swap out armor, perks, and God knows. And I don't think we've got time for that right now. No, we don't. So yes, I'll put on the higher rated pistol another time. Still 2,712 in matter creation. Not bad. Not bad. Hello, welcome to the stream, everyone. Yes, indeed. We're here. We're about to head off to Pandemonium for HodorRaid. Now, I'll wait till a few more of you are here, but for those that already are, can you notice anything a little off with my character at the moment? I mean, just... all looks good, am I right? Remember how he was small when we built him? This apparently is not the case anymore. He's sort of still quite enormous. Look, nobody is taller than me. I mean, an Atox Enforcer with Challenger running may be taller than this. But he seems to be permanently stuck at this size. I checked with Savick, and normally he was much shorter than her character, and now towers above him. Above her, rather. So, we think what's happened is, obviously, on last night's raid, Space Quest made me very, very big. Like, plus 10 times his normal size. and then shrunk me back down. And, you know, I didn't notice because I was zoomed out all the way because it was a big raid. So I was like, you know, yeah, everything's fine, right? And then I logged in today to do dailies and stuff and thought, I appear to be quite tall. Like, as taller than a shop doorway. Which he definitely wasn't before. So I think what's going on there is he hasn't set me all the way back down to the original size. So hopefully we can remedy this, but I'll have to wait until Space Quest is around to fix it. That'll be fun, everyone. Join HodorRaid. I think I will. And I think I will change that. To that. Nice and early. Sky Cannon 2.0. Welcome to the stream. Crash Core 105. Good evening, Carl. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Yes, welcome on in to the stream. Yes, he's he's definitely not regular size. So yeah, I have to get that fixed. Nope. Typing in the wrong thing there. Yeah, Space Quest has broken me. Space Quest has joined the raid, yeah. It's only his height, it's not, you know. He hasn't left me with 2 million HP or anything drastic like that, but yeah. Yeah, it needs to be set back to his default height. At the moment, you probably can't tell while there's nothing around him at 4 scale, but at the moment he's kind of enormous. I mean, it's a size you could get to on an Enforcer, but yeah, he still is a little bit big. Yes, he is. So I did all my dailies today and recouped all the lost XP. Oop, lag. Recouped all my lost XP and dinged 219. So we're already AI 30. We are getting rather close to 220. Kind of nuts. And I just realised I could do the Beast Daily. I could get that done as well, couldn't I? Bit more XP. I think I'll go save in the Panned Garden, though. Because then I'll be much quicker coming back. Yeah, it won't be today. Won't be today. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Go get the extra daily, seeing as you're going to go to the beast lair anyway. You're playing on the Engi. What level are they now? Are they a high B yet, or are you still splashing around on the lobby stuff. I think the low end game in Anarchy is actually kind of more fun than the high end game sometimes. Like the quests and everything else are kind of, you know, pretty cool. Irok, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I think I'm level 63 with a 111 warbot. Very good. Right, so this is the guy I want. Joseph Swiffer. Don't know. The Beast. Goodbye. And poof. Back in Dante's Sanctuary with the mission. So we click the Beast porthole and we get the XP. Yes, now you can probably tell that he's not quite normal size. He's bigger than a Carlo. For some reason he's about the tallest guy in the entire raid, which ain't right. It's funny, but it's not right. No, Iraq, yes. So what happened was, you remember last night in the Alien event toward the end, Space Quest made this character like 10 times bigger than normal, you know, for the lols, and it was really funny. And then set me back down. I think he missed a couple of clicks setting me back down. So at the moment, I'm stuck at bigger than normal. I wasn't sure it was like a glitch, so I asked Savic to log in earlier on today. She was busy, but she logged in for a couple of minutes. And as you know, all my tunes are always shorter than Savic's tunes. So I said, I'll meet you in Newland, you know, you don't have to do anything, I'll come to you. Went to Newland, stood next to Savic, and she went, "Oh my God, you're enormous." I was towering above her. So yes, I think what's happened is Space Quest hasn't quite set me all the way back down to the size I should be. I think she gave me an enlarge, and I've got a behemoth running, but you know, I'm still way oversized. I think Space Quest just thinks it's funny that I'm stuck like this. And Soto Mohoney, welcome to the stream, to the evil Omnispy. Yes. I've regained all my XP and hit 219, so we're getting there, I am still nowhere near having 3k matter creation, so lots of other stuff to get done yet. By the way, Omni Gauntlet's up, everybody. Daylight 97, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Chronos Sphinx, welcome to the stream. Yes, I am from the land of the giants. Daylight, subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 12 months. Holy crap, 1 year. I know, right? Thank you very much for the resub, and thank you for the year. It's kind of bonkers. And in celebration of your 12 months, I now have the biggest character on this server. No. Last night, if you've watched the VOD or not, I don't know. Space Quest, as well as murdering me dozens of times, made me 10 times bigger than normal or whatever. And then, you know, after when it was all over, shrank me back to normal size, only he didn't shrink me all the way back. So I think they do it in 10% or something, so I don't know. But yeah, so he's still bigger than he should be by quite a margin. Normally it would have to be an enforcer using Challenger to get to this height. I mean, if I stand next to regular people... I'm up here with the Slayer and the Ruin. You've been way up north working the night. Oh, I see. Yeah, about the same height as... Yeah, Slayer's a little bit higher. Oh my god. I don't expect you to do anything, sir. You've been busy working. That's what's important. You gotta pay for that condo. You gotta buy the condo, dude. Ain't gonna buy itself. I don't blame you. I wish I could get a condo somewhere. Mind you, saying that, I'd move in and then I'd miss, you know, being here in Wales or something like that. Yeah, I know what I'm like. Redo all my general buffs. And my bigger buffs. So I've been putting in some serious hours then. Yeah, we're not a bazillion miles away from 220 now. On the home straight, 219. Why can't I use my... Oh, there you go. Definitely getting a bit of lag. It's probably because I'm so big. Is this the NT? It is, yeah. It's about twice his normal height still. Thankfully not 10 times his normal height, which would just be ridiculous, but he is definitely too big. Needs fixing. You can do it via the machine inside an Org City, but I don't want to compound the issue by using a different method to change size. So I'll just wait until Space Quest has got a chance, and then hopefully he can just reset him. But for now, you see, he was shorter than Atox NT, if you remember. The size of him. It's ridiculous, I tell you. He is absolutely enormous at the moment. Yeah, so if you do get the chance to watch last night's thing, it is quite funny. Proper unit, yeah. He's just ridiculous. I wouldn't mind being this big on Kalos 2. I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, I think he's about as tall as Space Quest normally is when he shows up. I haven't got 2 million HP like I had last night. That was quite funny. Yes, ding 220 on her NT. Way ahead of mine. I think that was my lad coming home. It's not the size of the cabbage that matters, yes. Whoa, Daylight's gifted a tier 1 sub to Sky Cannon 2.0. Gifted 46 subs to the channel. Thank you very much. Savik, welcome to the stream. As you can see, I am a big. I are a big. Ridiculously big. I haven't seen Space Quest come online, so I'm not going to chase after him. It's not a big issue. It's not game breaking. Like, you've left me with 2 million HP. Please come and fix it. That I would go fix, but no, not as bad as that. So yes, redonkulously large, because I was shorter than, I was just saying, I'm shorter than Atox NT, which is this guy here. Well, we're close to the same thing. Huge cyberdeck. Yeah. Absolute unit. Yeah. Look at that size. Yeah, you could plough a field with this. If he'd left me that big, I would probably have been all happy and not asked him to change it back. Well, it's not breaking the game. It's, you know, like I say, if he'd left me with 2 million HP, I would have logged the character off and say, you need to log in and you can't have that. But someone just being, you know, visibly taller in game isn't an issue. Are warbots meant to be huge? They're not as tall as a Slayer, but they are quite big, yeah. Depends on your character's size as well, how big they appear to you. But they're kind of at their own size. No, I don't think they're taller than a Slayer. Could check. Someone else turns up with casts a warbot. That's a full-size Slayer. That's a Slayer without the shrinking on it. Yeah, if you made your Engie short, then your bots are always going to look enormous. I'm just pleased I recouped all my XP because it was most of the 218 level at the it's gone. But that means I could finish Apotheosis 9. I don't particularly need 9. Weapon skills might come in handy. But more getting 10 so you can just swap out your armor as you wish. Volpu, welcome to the stream. Hi, beautiful Volpu. Yeah, exactly. Gone back to working on regular research now, so. Big bots, powerful Engie. Legend has it, the most powerful Engies turn themselves into a bot also. Slayer droid transference, yeah. I've never really used that. I've done it once, I think. Just for the lols, and then left it at that. Volpu! Alright, Daylight's gifted a tier 1 sub to Volpu. That's 47 is gifted to the channel. Thank you very much. Yes, we're all good here. Yes, and I definitely feel the benefit using just basic reading glasses. I'm okay with the chat, I'm okay with this chat, and then reading these names gets a bit harder, and then looking at, you know, stuff there, and then when I was doing the implants and looking at the numbers here, I could feel myself squinting at the screen, and then went, yeah, I need reading glasses for the computer. Great. Oh great, I'm getting old. Volpu is making the most of all the emotes. It's my 1 year anniversary. I'm feeling in a giving mood. Well, good for you. And thank you for the year once again. Yeah, these are like £1.50 reading glasses you get at the supermarket. They're not, you know, they're not like proper prescription or anything. They just, you know, they'll do. But yeah, I should probably go to the opticians, get my eyes checked out, get a, you know, proper prescription pair or something like that. I don't know. Distance is fine though. From my window, if I open the curtain, well, not now. Now I can. Yeah, about 2 miles away, there's one of the small size pylons. You know, the like just a wooden telegraph with 2 wires either side of it. You know, the smaller type. And from here, I can see the pylon and the wires. And I know it's 2 miles away because I checked. So I can kind of camera 1, camera 2, kind of do that kind of thing. 6 days till my 50th birthday. Dun dun dun. Don't worry. It's not like it all goes downhill after 50. He said, lying through his teeth. Yes. It all... 2 miles. Oh my God, there's no way I can look that far. Well, trees aren't a problem. Buildings always been in the way. That I don't like. When I was in London, it always felt like the city was looming over me. I like a bit of sky and stuff. That's only because I'm on the second story. Is it second story in America or first story in America? I don't know. I'm up one flight of stairs, so I'm in the upstairs of a normal house, so I can see over a lot of the others. But yeah, where I am, I'm sure I have shown you pictures of... I've posted them on Twitter and places like that as well. I took some during lockdown while everywhere was, like, deserted. Because it was just slightly eerie, but also you can't normally get a photograph like that at that time of day. There's always people around. I see, say, planet-wide announcement. Home Medic has been awarded the highest honorary rank for dedication to the defence of Rubicon. I've seen a lot of those today. You know, so grats to those that I will have missed because I wasn't on stream. Yeah. HodorRaid. Callers. Oh, for God's sake. Doesn't matter how well you can see, I can still manage to typo. No callers have been set yet. Well, I just worked 30 15-hour... Whoa! Good gravy! Chronos Sphinx is gifting 10 tier 1 subs to the community. He has gifted to Irok, Robos Keep, Source Slack, Athos 70, 9, Bodie Boy and Neb, and Zyzon and Salvo. Thank you very much for all the gifted subs, sir. And if you've received a gifted sub, do not forget to thank the person that gifted it to you. That's a date, isn't it, that name? MNMLMXML. That's some Roman numerals or something, and I can't remember how to do Roman numerals. You have to wait for all the alerts to go past before Brian can read that out. Oh, there's no N in Roman numerals. Oh, it's a cool name, though. Made me think of Roman numerals, anyway.
Good luck in the raid.
There you
Smile.
go. Brian got there in the end. Good luck in the raid. Smiley face. Minimal, maximal, I think. Yeah, that would make sense. Well, they can confirm it one way or the other. No callers. We're going with no callers today. Yeah, all I messaged Space Quest. I think you've made me too big. Or you've left me too big. I I'd left a message with him on. And he just... I think you may have left my tomb too tall. Could be in my imagination. He said, oh, I'll pop on later if you are. I said, he definitely seems taller. He was short height when I created him. And he goes, oh, we'll sort it out later. Like, whatever, dude. No one cares. There's me, the Slayers, and the Pets, and the Ruins over here. Being redonkulously large. I'm waiting for someone to run up and ask for Behemoth or something, you know, without noticing that, oh, he's got a cyber deck on. We're supposed to be stepping shortly. I have picked up the Beast Daily also, so that's very good. Step and wait on the wall. I will. I think he's dead, but I want the nano. There we go. Now we can see... Or did someone buff me? I think someone buffed me. I just uploaded it though. So I should have... Knowledge of the End. The new version where you don't need adventuring skill. What is grace is good XP. Okay. Darknet is doing whatever. Is the sound paneling in your room complete? No, I need to do... Well, ideally, these back corners that you can't see, with the corner unit bits, then... Same along this wall here. Can't do them over the window, there isn't room. And then those two, so probably like a box... and a box of the corner units, and a bunch of that Velcro stuff again. Yep, that'll do it. That should do. We're pretty, I mean, acoustically it's more or less done, but aesthetically, yeah, you could have a bit more. And the corner bits along the wall behind, so it looks like the wall here, will be good if you remember. So, I don't know if you can see, but along the top of the corner of the wall there, so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, yeah, it'd be a few of those, and yeah, and a few more regular tiles on the ceiling itself, and yeah, then it'd be completely covered. But acoustically, it's kind of done. Zinzig, welcome to the stream. And sorry, I missed you joining the last time you joined the stream. I didn't see you in chat, and then you went quiet. So I didn't see you type anything after the fact, but I noticed when I was doing timestamps. But anyway, welcome and apologies. Bjling Zinzig. Daylight's gifted a tier 1 sub to Zinzig. The 48 to the channel. Thank you for the gifted sub. Florida Man, welcome to the stream. I've been offline for a week or so, so I've missed a few streams, but I can see your NT is big and strong. He's certainly big. He's much bigger than he's supposed to be currently. You weren't here for the explanation, but last night we had the Alien event, and Space Quest made him like 10 times taller than normal. You know, he was enormous. You know, as part of the raid, and it was funny, and, you know, and then killed me God knows how many times, and then set me back down again to a regular scale. But it wasn't until, you know, I logged in this morning and went, wait a minute, I'm way too bloody tall here. What's going on? So, it was slightly, yeah. He missed a couple of clicks, I think, resetting the height back to normal. Then have we got callers yet? We do. We have callers now. There we go. I was waiting for that. Kept saying no callers set. Right. Very quickly. There we go. And we'll pop you there. Congrats on AI30, by the way. I saw the message scroll by yesterday. Yeah, I didn't. I completely missed it. Like a noob. Yeah, I had no idea I'd hit. I saw, like, the little ding thing come up there, but there was so much going on. I really, you know, didn't notice it. So, yeah, it was kind of funny. Biggest NT ever. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. He has got Behemoth and Enlarge as well, so... No, he was so tall yesterday, he was running in, like, slow motion. With 2 million HP and just silliness. And then murdered so many times I didn't really exist anymore. He got teleported back to Tier because it was in the chain death mechanism thing. There goes modest spirit of faith. Vehicle air, max nano. Yeah, not really. Not a thing I require. Yeah, AI30 before 220. How times have changed. I know, and AI30 was like the second to last thing you ever did. It was always that, and then finally Apotheosis 10, which requires AI30. Now, ASA probably could stand to get... Are you meant to be typing in Discord with that? Or... Did you mean to type that into chat? Because I can't see the... Oh, yeah, there we go. ASA, welcome to the stream. Where to level after Clippers, but before Hex at level... Yeah, Legos. Or if you can handle them, you could make a start on Nascent's Hecklers. They're quite... They don't have a hell of a lot of HP for their level, and they do give a ton of XP, but if you're soloing, you need to be careful. You get an army of them on you, and yeah, you're screwed. I'm a squishy shade, can't handle Nace Heck. You have been perking into Totemic Rights, yep? It's your go-to first perk line to get kind of deal. Daylight's gifted a tier 1 sub to ASA 49 from channel. Thank you for the gifted sub once again to Daylights. Yeah, I didn't need any kind of reading glasses 2 years ago. I think I've been noticing that, you know, like, moaning to Savick, can't you make a bigger version of this map for me? You know, and that's a telling sign when you can't read things. Probably a sign that you need to get your eyes sorted out. That said, if you were sat here, you'd probably be alright, Savik. I think your visual acuity is really quite high. You probably got better vision than you realise. Sounds like an excuse for a bigger monitor wouldn't fix it. It's the distance from the monitor that's the problem now. No, the monitor's great. It fills up all my main vision. When I'm looking directly forward, I don't really see the rest of the room at all. It's all peripheral vision till about there. Then, yeah, that's peripheral. And then that's your more focused kind of thing. And I am... I'll tell you exactly how far away I am from the monitor. Right, give or take... Well, I'll add another 6 inches for that. Yeah, I'm 43 inches away. So just over a metre from it. And I better start running or I'm going to be very dead NT. No, the monitor is perfectly fine. It's like a year old. Maybe a bit more than a year old, but... it's IPS, it's 10-bit colour, it's super duper. There are, you know, bigger, cleverer monitors around, but I don't really need one, so... And it was gifted to me. Very, very kindly. By daylight. The night my monitor died. Or I thought it died. In fact, I was convinced it was dead. But this one's a lot better than that one was anyway. Arm's length from mine. Another foot I'd have to go to be arm's length. Thereabouts. Yeah. Well, that's 6'2" when I do that. So that's got to be 3 foot something. Or 3 foot at least, hasn't it? Oh no, of course, because then it's this section of your rib cage and everything, isn't it? No, never mind. .24" and 24. Yeah, this is 32" and more than 30 inches away. What did I say? 30? No, 40 something. But most of my distances are calibrated to where my monitors are, because that's how you set up monitors for the perfect stereo field and phase for recording and mixing and stuff. So mine are based around that. So you should form an equilateral triangle between the center of your speaker cones and your head. Should form an equilateral triangle. If you do that, you get the best possible sound, so... Sounds even better now. I've got all this acoustic foam and everything in the room. It sounds really, really good. We're just killing random mobs here now. Mine are set up for scrolling through acres of code. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not listening to others. Is the top and bottom mic on the snare in phase or not? Things like that. Because if they're not, it sounds very poor. But you can't judge that unless you've got speakers set up correctly. Headphones are pretty good, but headphones don't give you the true stereo picture, and the reason is they're dimetric sound rather than stereo. Stereo, even if that speaker was off, this ear would still be hearing stuff from that speaker at a slight delay and stuff. So when you're mixing, you have to make sure that's all working, otherwise the mid-range gets completely screwed up. And what you think sounds great, you then give to someone else and they go, what the hell has gone on with the EQ and the mid? You know, it's all over the place. Self-illumination. Can't cast that because there's a bigger nano running. Of course there is. Yeah, for me it's playing the game, editing video, color grading video, you know, that kind of thing. So I need it to do that job, so that's the tool I bought, or had bought, for me by daylight. Did you do your DB nanos? Oh yes, yes, we did the DB quest at 2:05, I think, about 2 weeks ago. As soon as we could get the quest, we did it, and obviously then they were in my inventory, glaring at me, calling to me, saying, finish, get more levels and uploaders. That's what they were saying. I think I already have an Inferno Doja, but I'm not sure. Inferno, a Pandemonium Doja. Not that I could hand it in now, but, you know. Sash of Scorpio Strength, which is, oh, first aid. The deck, isn't it? Yeah. It's quite useful. Are you in game? I want to come and say hi. Yes. Yeah, I don't know why people are dashing off everywhere. I just go when they say go. It's safer that way. You're lying in bed. Who are you lying to? I'm going for belts and Bok. Yeah, I will definitely need them for alphas. With some neochitin. What the hell is that? Painkillers or something? Soldier Russell, welcome to the stream. I have a non-COVID cold. Oh, sorry to hear that. It's a bummer. What, you're on a week off and you catch a cold? It's sod's law, isn't it? Okay, Siljar's Russell's thing. Oop, we'll have to look in a second. Gotta go. Boss says we gotta go. Yeah, so just come down with a regular cold. Well, a lot of the regular colds have sort of been suppressed with, you know, all you know, the whole COVID sort of people wearing masks, washing their hands, staying away from each other, you know. That has kind of suppressed a lot of the usual seasonal colds and flus, hasn't it? And now all that sort of being relaxed, they're kind of having a field day again, I think. Like, we're free! No, your target counted. No! Mars red belt of double power. Don't need that one. That's stamina strength. No. Yellow and blue I need, I think. Well, I hope you get over it quickly before your days off run out. Definitely had a big wave of normal colds and flus. That's it, yeah. Well, that's how you normally catch them, from other people. You know, that is a thing. Spent 30 days staying in a camp with 500 people. There's one of them buggers in that camp. Oh my, people having a big discussion in dark now. Why don't you just go to Tells or something, you know? Wouldn't that be easier? Because otherwise it just looks like a big shouty match. Taking 20 days off, bought a new house and I have to move. Oh right. Is this the condo or just like a regular house you've got? $20 days sounds like not much time to move if you haven't started yet. I don't know, what did I miss? Was it funny or was it just... No, yeah, shouting match. Where's my mask? There. One good thing about being this tall is you can reach over and click things quite easily. Someone's got a really loud gun. I don't know what it is. It's really loud. Is the highest double 220 or 219? Because I should go get it. Just a regular new place close to where I live now. Alright. Okay. We haven't moved for about 23 years. We're sort of settled in now. We've probably still got boxes of crap in the attic that we haven't got down yet. Well, if you haven't logged into them for 10 years, you will still have more nanos than I've got on my Adby. The way they did it was kind of weird. So they changed all the nanos, so the morph other nanos and all that disappeared. Obviously, there were a lot of people complained about that. So then they said, well, if anyone else logs in, they'll keep them. But didn't give them back to the people that had lost them, which I just found to be completely bonkers, but there you go. I didn't feel like that was a very good way of fixing the issue, but there we are. But yeah, Advies are quite different now, and pistol is the way to go. I had to retire my one-hand edge weapons on my old Advi and switch to the new BBI Faithful 1000 and a reflex. But yeah, they are better though when you get those. It is more damage. Sparrow Flight is there, or one of them is, but the first one gives flight as well. So it's kind of a plus and minus. It used to be the only one that actually made you fly was Kalia's Morph Parrot, which was like quite a high level one. Sky Cannon off to farm Spec 2. Oh, good luck. If you do the Elysium quest, you'll get most of it anyway. You know, all the little Yutta ones in there. And then I think you've only got to farm book 4 or something? I can't remember. One of the books you have to go farm. But then you're only having to farm one, so... better than having to farm all 4. Self-illumination for the beast coming. There we go. I can't cast this double because another NT is casting the higher level version. Need to check that. I can't remember if it's 220 or 219 that you can cast the highest one. Probably 220. I'm wondering where the ads are at the moment. Ah, there they are. Bring them down! Bring them down. I think this is the second spawn. We've gone that fast. Unsurprisingly, really. Given the amount of people here. Yeah, it feels like I'm leaving half my damage on the table because I can't cast the first double. It's fine once you got the big one. One will stack on top of the other. But until that happens, they don't. Yay, and then click Port Alford daily. Yay. Didn't move the bar very much, but hey. Please have Bok. I will be needing Bok. No, 6 is a third. On plates of elimination, I think that means there's no Bok. Don't they usually do the Bok first? Bok, Boots of Concourse, not Burden of Competence. Garbo loot, says Floor Tank. Okay. Oh no, wait. Yeah, cancelled it. Yes, if you jump, you cancel the beacon. Good to know. Also, very good to know if you're doing an emergency beacon. Because if you jump, you've just cancelled it. Not in every situation, yeah. If you're using your beacon because it's like, oh, I need to get the hell out of here before I die and jump, you're not getting out of there until you stop jumping. I want to quickly check the VP store. I can't remember. Yeah, see, everywhere I go. Bonk. Bonk. Bashing my head on all the doors. Right, okay. Quick look. And fix, keep, MP, NT. 219M from Surprise Assault. Is that the highest one? I think it is, isn't it? Is there a 220 variant? Or is it... Izagima's Tactical Nuke is the highest, isn't it? Level from 220, dot line A. Yeah, it is. But there's a 219 one. Surprise Assault. Isn't that the one I've got? Yeah, it is. So that's the one I can't use yet. Izagima's Tactical. Nope, can't afford it either. Okay, well, we checked. I can buy that with the Enforcer, though. They've still got a ton of VP left. Sigil of Bayomet. That can be quite useful when it's upgraded for the extra treatment in the HUD. Yazabel pulled him. Yeah, because you see, I've got the one that's below that, which means I can't cast it on a mob that already has the higher one running on it. So it feels like you're just being nuke blocked until you get to 220. I could do with a P before we get started again, I think. That T has gone right through, so... KP Alexander, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How the devil are you? I have perks I'm not using here. Heal layers. That sounds good. I probably... Yeah, I didn't do the bloody preferences again. Yes, at the moment, I am a big... As you can probably tell. It's not my fault. Promise. We kill in 2 minutes, apparently. It is a bit dark here. Can you guys see okay? Keep wanting to find something in here that will... I can use just to lighten it without faffing around too much. Well, that's a lot. No. Not a lot like you use in editing, anyway. Monochrome. Oh, wow, yeah, it does as well. There's so many of these I've never really bothered with. Night vision. Yeah, no. KP Alexander subscribed. Oh, Daylight's gifted a tier 1 sub to KP Alexander. They gifted 50 to the channel to celebrate their 50th birthday very soon. Don't worry about 50. It's not bad, is it? You know, it's not that big a deal. Actually, let's get rid of that because I can't play the game while it's open. Thank you for the yesterday one. That wasn't Daylight, it was somebody else. I don't think it was Daylight, because Daylight wasn't in the stream yesterday, they were in work. But yes. That was probably Soto Mahoney or someone. Better Nano already running, better Nano already. Meh. Yes, Mr. Trousers himself. Click. Good God. I will say though, having the little bit more height does make it easier to see what the hell is going on. Instead of being, you know, the short tune that's going, jumping up in the crowd going, what's going on? Where are we going? Yeah, we've got that. Are you seeing through the bunny? Oh, the bunny does all the thinking and the driving. But you can see on his eye level, there's literally nobody taller than him. Yes. For those that don't know, last night during the Aliens event, for the lols, Space Quest set his height to, you know, like ginormous, like they do on themselves sometimes. So he was literally taller than the walls in Inferno at the and then set him back when we got to the beast room, but I don't think he set him back all the way, so he's still much taller than he should be. Is there a way to set those raid bars up without being in a full raid? Yes. If you've got another account, or, you know, even a Froob account, if you create the raid, you can move everyone around to whichever team you like and then drag them across until you've done every slot. So you could do it with yourself and one other toon, as long as you're moving them around until they've all been populated. And then I think I did it that way once, a long time ago though. It should still work. I think they still work the same way. So when you're in the raid interface, you would, you know, put the person there, then drag them over to where you think that should be. It's easier to do when they've got a full team in the slots because it's easier to line them up. But yeah, it can be done. But it is easier in a bigger raid. And if you're in charge of the raid, it doesn't really matter which team slot. You know, if it's only one team, it doesn't really matter which slot that team are in. You can move them all to Team 2, Team 3, Team 4 and so on and do it that way. It just takes a little longer because obviously you're having to move them twice. You're having to move them into the team slots and then drag them across after the fact. It's better to have 3 toons. Yeah, it is, yeah. If you've got a full team, do it that way. When you've got like a full, virtually full raid like this, it's easier because you're only doing a move once. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Debatable if it's easier in a big raid because if the raid leader moves, if you're dragging across and you grab the same person the raid leader's moving, your game will crash. Like, boom, desktop. The code just goes, yeah, ain't got time for that, goodbye. You're gone. Not entirely sure why, but yeah. It just can't handle it if 2 people are trying to do that. Faithful boots of cold. Are they any good? Are they the ones that come up pink? Oh, Tara spawned. Tara will be dead before we get there, I think. I usually do it when there's a quiet bit in the raid, but also if you've lost people or anything like that, then yeah, the raid leader could be moving team members around, and yeah, you hovis. If they're moving things when you move the same thing, that's it, it's all over. It's easy to get the first one done, you know, when you're in, like, on Dio week or something like that. Yeah, when you crash, your raid instance is gone. Yep. And so is all the work you've done so far. So, because you've crashed and not logged. I think you only have to go back to login screen for it to be okay. But yeah, it's still a ball ache. It should be like, you know, a single drag and drop for the whole thing. Maybe. Kind of worked like that in Star Wars The Old Republic. And then you could transfer it within the interface itself. So on your next character, you just went, use this interface from the previous character, and it would move everything around to wherever that was from. But it stored it all locally on your system, so... You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Top trade has reached enlightenment. Yep, 220 for the top one. You just have to grin and bear not being able to cast that nano most of the time in a raid. Unless you're the only NT in the raid, then, well, you're fine. Better nano running. Oh, got it in! You kind of gone like that waiting for theirs to run up. Yeah, come on. Nope, he's dead. He's dead. I think I picked up a pan nano. Ooh. Treatment and sense. Yeah, I want some of these. You already have. Oh, well, there you go. There's a grenade. Grenade! Grenade gloves, yeah, it's the other mob that spawns here that drops some nice gloves. HordorRaid, welcome to the stream. How the devil are you? You want 5 of those? Yes, I do, eventually, I think. Need to make some space for 5 of those. I don't loot often enough when I'm in a raid, though. Go and try and check other mobs. Oh, another doja. Nope. A hell of a lot of dojas lying around here. Or I keep re-looting the same mob. Yeah, 5 of those in your HUD for Atox, yeah. Counts as silver boots of auto-didect. They're not bad, actually. Complet and whatnot on them. Always dojas when you don't need one. Yeah, in one of my bags somewhere, I have a pan doja that... Yeah, there it is. That I've picked up thinking, I'll need that when I hit 220. Atox, yes. I was starting to see typoed Atox. Said, my favourite breeds are, in this order, 1 to 5. Or whatever was... And the first one, he typoed Atox. So, it just really made me laugh. So I was like, okay. So I made that. To remind me of those happy times. Almost no one needs them. Kind of thing, yeah. But if you're Atox, you most definitely do. Sense is the killer for Atox. It should be normal blue, not dark blue, but hey, that's how it is. That's how it's always been. But yeah, I still think it should be normal blue. You should only be penalised on 2 skills, not 3. God, that died quick. Pan dojas are quite a common drop. They are when you don't need one. Daylight's gifted a tier 1 sub to ITO-Derry. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. 51 in total. Dun dun dun. Oh, this was my login reward. Yeah, that's what you give a 219 tune, isn't it? Some of them are terrible. Well-balanced spirit thingy. Yeah, I don't really need that. That's just reminded me I forgot to resubscribe. Don't worry about it. Nobody's under any obligation whatsoever. I'm just glad you're here. I've been ninja subbing people today, yes. Ninja subbing. Like, have a sub. Libra's charming assistant. Do I need one? I do not need one. That was close. I dinged, then died. Oh, God. Taunt box perk on the bot. Nobody joined the raffle. Oh God, another Doja. My God, they're everywhere. What's going on? Nothing on that one. Okay. Dropping like rain. Okay, no Zod, we're moving. Yeah, they definitely are feeling very common today. Quick, ninja. I keep finding them and I don't need one. I'm looking for the other things and they're not here. Let's do an experiment. Probably not in the middle of a raid, no. I'll delete mine and see if they stop appearing. No. I'm hanging on to mine, thank you very much. I'm not foolish. I know that the RNG gods would find that insulting. I would have dishonored them. And they'd say, no, no, you dishonor us. Shoving away the loot we offer you? No, that's it. No more doges for you today. Yeah, that'll be it for a week. Not like I'm going to hit 220 today anyway. I wasn't planning on it. Dio is up this week, so I think it's the PvP week. So it's, you're kind of relying on BS running. Yeah, I think the treatment and sense things are rarer, if you want the truth, because I'm not seeing nearly as many of them. Yeah, it is PvP week here. No, everything but... Well, I got one. One down, 5 to go. Or 4 to go. 5 you want, and a scent sensor, isn't it? Something like that, anyway. I mean, you can get a lot of XP on the PvP week if you cap 3 times, because you can pick up the other daily as well. So you're sort of getting double bubble. So it does work out quite well. I'm trying to... This berserker's not having it... countering me. I am a weak... Not gonna get any more of those things tonight, am I? The RNG gods are like, what do you want? No, not for you. No, you come back Tuesday. You come Monday. Maybe we drop some for you. Another doja. Yeah, I'm sure you're right, you know, if I deleted mine, they'd stop dropping. Florida man, in my defense, I did kind of pause for a bit to build a nuke table because I couldn't find one I liked. Fair enough. Florida man, that's hilarious. I'm pretty sure we rolled NTs on the same day. Yours is 219, mine is... So, oh my god. I didn't think I'd been going that quickly on this guy either. I've been going kind of casual. I haven't been sort of grinding lots of missions or anything like that, you know, so... You don't know. I got 2 levels on my keeper since you started this NT. Casual? Casual? Casual, you say? Somebody's already looting these remains. If they're not on Atox, get off. I need the things. Watching the raid chat. Pete, don't pull anything. Okay. Take no prisoners. Don't think we're going to be able to be taking any. There's the mouse. There's the mouse. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Where my pet go has reached in. Congrats. Congrats on the cool name as well. Well, I think it just means you're more casual than I am. I think I'm a casual. I mean, I can't even solo the beast while I'm in res shop. I mean, talk about get good. According to Soto Nahoni. Oh my god, you can't even solo the beast. Get good. Casually hardcore. I am not hardcore. People that do 0 to 220 in a week, they're hardcore. I'm nowhere near them. More every pause and kill is like 2 doges at least. And none of the scent things. Casually hardcore. Yeah, I suppose could be. Carl is hardcore casual. Confirmed. Yes, hardcore casual. That's in a month. I'm totally casual, standing in front of the beast. Yeah, but I'm not soloing him. I'm, with 5 tunes or something, am I? That's... I'm not here every day. I come with HodorRaid, because HodorRaid's correct. Have self-illumination. God, those ads went down fast if that was all the ads. Nope, it wasn't. Self-illumination again, because it went. Oh, second wave. Kaboom, 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 he said. Yeah, I think we're back on beast now. Come on, the loot gods. I have passed on, I don't know how many doges. Now all I require... Bok, please. Please drop 5 box. It won't, obviously. I think 3 is... No, 4. 4 is the most I've ever seen. On one kill. No, neutral and clan. So yes, neutrals can join. Savik quite often joins. Savik's neutral on the tunes she joins on. Savik sort of plays a, bit of clan, bit of Newt, bit of Omni. You're joining for Sector 42 as well, yeah. I still haven't done the cores on this guy. I should have done them, got them all last night, but I didn't. So, yeah. Guessing no Bok then, because the first thing they're rolling is Helmet of Hypocrisy, which upgraded is quite a nice helmet. First aid, treatment, nano skills, it's not bad. And upgraded, it's even better. I kind of want to run back through and check all the corpses we left behind. Might as well stay here, got nowhere else to sort of go. On plates of elimination. Ranged. Yeah, I'll have time to go make a cup of tea and everything. Poof. Here comes a big for now. Cuirass of obscenity. No, obstinacy. Not obscenity. I'll be back in a bit. Time for a nap. Cold meds are kicking in. Okay, my dude, you go nurse that cold. Thank you for all the gifted subs. And the full year of subscriptions. My God. Thank you very, very big for all that. Right, what tune am I going to take to HodorRaid? Sector 42. Yeah, I hope you pull through the cold quick. You got to move house and stuff. Nothing. Having a cold is. Look. This is silly. I am too big. I keep walking around. I'm just bigger than everybody. It's a silly. Yes, it is. Everyone's got a hydro vehicle. I might do a take it easy and just go on the keeper, I think. I don't know. I hasn't decided yet. Speaking of silly builds, Space Quest made you look like an Enforcer NT. Kind of does a bit, yeah. It's lucky you got the NT deck, otherwise people would ask you. Yeah, if I put on just get like a baby support beam, it would. I'm sure of it, yeah. Do I want to go on the dock or go on go on the keeper? Not to perv out, but the leg spirit for the shade is thick. Okay. Not quite sure why I'm logged out here. Unless I was checking the bank. Was I checking my bank? I haven't got much in this bank. A bunch of crap, but not much else. Never mind. They probably would if I gave him like a support beam. You know, even the baby one, everyone would just assume he was an Enforcer. Bloody size of him. Right, while I stand here, I'm going to go off and make myself a quick cup of tea. So I shall be back shortly. If everyone else would like to do the same, now would be the time. Right, he's back. Tara is no longer immortal. Oh, we could have made it. Oh well. Next time. Right, we'll head to HordorRaid. Yeah, see, this keeper's not small. When I was stood before. You see? Oh, I don't have to go through ICC. I can take the other route. I'm going to confuse everyone as I run through though. Yeah, see what I mean about unicorns? They do look like guys in inflatable suits. There's something slightly off about the movement. Oh, doing. There we go. We're here. Yeah, remember it was like double the height of him before, and it's like, not anymore, you're not. Yes, back to a normal height now. Where's the music? Oh, you mean... There you go. I don't hear it, even though you guys do. It's weird the way it works, but yeah. There you go, you had some music. I don't hear it either now. It's playing. Yeah, it's not loud. Not like... I don't have it all the way up, I have it sort of about there. It's quite often I am talking over it. Yeah, I don't have a loud volume in these headphones, but you do sort of hear everything with the headphones. Yes, there we go. Thanks to Volpu, we have the Christmas tree. Recast all my buffs, why not? Kill a bit of time. It has an alarm going off on my mobile, I can hear it. Yes, the Christmas tree has a nice design. It is, yeah, it is. And it does light up. It casts illumination and stuff. So, yeah, I like it as well. It's a good one, and you can keep reusing it. For however long it lasts. Yeah, that NT's done remarkably well, considering when we made him on the day, we said, yeah, or I said, yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to delete him at the end of this stream anyway. And then we went to the subway, and I started enjoying the fun of him. And thinking, actually, I haven't rolled and played an NT in a while. I mean, I play my current NT when I do things, but, you know, the experience of leveling them up and getting better and whatnot, haven't done that in a long while. So, full circle. Elminster, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Catching up on messages. Some are spam, some are not. Right, there was a thing to look at before from Siljar Russell, but we were in mid-raid. Right. Beep beep, very important kitten business. Oh, little tiny baby kitten. That's too cute. Yes, cat pictures are us. Apparently. It's a thing. So I was looking in here for something I can just use to brighten, well, you know, the entire screen, but everything seems like trying to do way more than that. I just need like a brightness slider. Nostalgia. Okay, doesn't make me think of nostalgia. Perfect perspective. Roundo vision. PPX God rays. Oh yeah, just grabs anything it thinks might be a light source, even if it isn't. Reflective bump mapping. Can't see that. Ring depth of field. No, it just looks like bad eyesight. Surface blur. Techno color. Just looks desaturated, really. Techno color 2. That's overly saturated. Tilt shift. Oh, I get what you're trying to do there, but no. Tint? No. Tone map? Ah, it's got a gamma slider. Ah, that might be useful. Okay, remember that one. Tone map. That might be one we could use. Vibrance. Okay, the default doesn't do much. I haven't loaded as many as you can, to be honest. Ambient light. No. Advanced CRT. Oh, wow. Yeah, that really helps the game, that does. Look at that. It's like when you were a kid and you put your eyes right up to the TV. Back to 8-bit. Yeah, kind of. Levels should be... Oh, wait, no. Ah! Black point, white point. Ah, this'll do, yeah. All I really want is just something to... Oh, you can see clip on it as well. So you can stop it from... Oh, that's good. Doesn't quite do what I'd like. I just want something that works like the regular slider does on the new engine. And oh, welcome to the stream, Lord Haster TV. We have not seen you in a little while. Nice to see you again. Which team am I in? Oh, I've been degraded. Been demoted all the way down here. Thanks, I had a lot of other stuff to do. Well, it's nice to keep busy, I guess. Fine 2. Do you have a Let's Play series for MA? Yes. Sort of. There's one that starts with called Just Visiting, where I make a Froob MA, and then I think level 60 I make a paid MA just to show the difference, and then I leveled the paid MA up to 220. Let me see if I can find it for you. I've got a bug with Chrome at the minute. If I'm logged in, I can't view my own videos. I just get an error. If I go to incognito or log out, they play. I can watch any other video on YouTube. I can log in with Firefox and watch them, but I can't do it on Chrome. No idea why. I've done the whole reinstall and, you know, cache clear and no plugins and, you know, just about everything. Playlists. YouTube's a bit weird the way it does these. The Froob V paid a little bit, yeah. I didn't go like all the way to 200 on the Froob. It's only 10. Then there's Let's Build Series 7, which is a soldier. Then there's a shorter Let's Play video, an Omni Froob NT. It's called the Omni Experiment. Yeah, Just Visiting. Why the hell is that in the playlist? Yeah, that's weird. I think I've clicked something on my phone there. Christmas celebrations, but not all in the... I need to go through that playlist really and rework it a bit. You're just in team 2 of the other side. Aha! I see. Yeah, so there's a bit of an MA one. And then I think some loose ones which are other stuff. Yeah. But yeah, there's quite a bit of MA stuff there. Now I look at it. Yeah, if you just search MA or martial artist, martial artist on the channel, you will see it. Yes, guess how many videos I have uploaded to YouTube. Take a wild guess. How many would you think? I was surprised when I saw it. I looked today and went, oh. No. 2004. 2004 videos. I know. I didn't realise I'd uploaded that many. But yeah, 2004 of them. If you go to... There's a few sites that will tell you things like this, like Social Blade or something like that. When did I start? 2015, really, yeah. I'll show you now. So this is a site called... Oh, God. Ads Are Us. Go away thing. Yeah, there you go. Uploads 2044. I mean, I technically uploaded 2 then and then nothing for years. But yeah. There's 7,000 guys better than me in the UK. According to these guys. Nearly a vid for every day since. Yeah, almost. Kind of weird, yeah. It shows you all this sort of stuff. Then it goes, future projections. None of them take these with a pinch of salt. But yeah, you can look up any channel on it. In 5 years, I'll have 26,000 subscribers. Yeah, right. Maybe not. But yeah, that's correct. 2044, and that's not including other stuff like videos I've uploaded that are test footage to see how it translates on YouTube, and it's never been published. Need that uBlock origin extension. Yeah, right. Yeah, I used to get adverts for that kind of crap, and I just kept going, stop showing this ad, stop showing this ad, stop showing this ad, and eventually they stopped. But I get the real crappy ads these days. The ones that have got text to speak for the voiceover for a product that would never work. I saw one today, and it was a cartoon of someone, like an outline cartoon, like, Stickman sort of thing. Someone with a hairdryer blowing it at their crotch. Going, the secret to our weight loss program. It didn't even sound as convincing as Brian when he reads out bits and cheers. It was just like, wait, what? I just reported it and saying the key to weight loss is not pointing a hairdryer at your nethers. This is medically unsound. Detox well, they're basically they're oh god. What do you instead of a tampon you get the panty liner things. They're basically that, right? But they've got the people putting them on their feet and going, look at all the toxins it's pulled out, and the thing's brown and black looking. It's like, no, you have organs that pull toxins out.
The key to weight loss is using a hairdryer on your crotch.
There you go. That sounded better than their advert. That's how bad their text to speak was. It's not even as good as the free one that comes with Streamlabs. Oh, join the raid. That's a good plan. You have joined the raid. Yes. Thinking about that. Lord Hasta gifted a tier 1 sub to Finetto. They've gifted 150 bloody 3 subs to the channel. That's nuts. I have 10,000. It's enough to bid, but I haven't got a tune. I already have a an AC/DC on this tune. Thank you for the gifted sub, and if you are a person who has received a gifted sub, please remember to thank the person that gifted it to you. Yes, what have you missed? Oh, a new character, which I'm not actually playing at the moment, Lord Huster, is an Atox NT we made. He was only going to live for that stream, and then I got attached to him. So, stuck with him. And I started using reading glasses for reading all the non-scaling UI. Because I'm old. Yeah, at the moment he's way bigger than he should be. The reason being, he's bigger than that unicorn. Space Quest made him humongously tall last night at the alien event for the lols, you know, before he killed me 10 million times and then teleported me to the beast and killed me there as well. And then reset him back to normal height, except he didn't click him all the way back down again. Because he did it in stages going up and did it in stages coming down, so I think he missed a couple of clicks on the way down. Athos, welcome to the stream. A hype train is close. Oh, right, okay. You just get free emotes from them, don't you, or something like that? Some such thing, I don't know. Yes, it's the long, dark wait of the raid to start, and it typically doesn't start on time anyway, so we're always a bit late. Whoa, Lord Haster is gifting 9 tier 1 subs to the community. So we're going to read through. We have DJ Stony, Matt Cannibal, Majaz, Majaz, welcome to the stream. Oink832, simply sarcastic. Zorgin, Hagnert Live. Hello, Hagnert. Haven't seen you for a while. Ung Freak, and Katya. Thank you very much for all the gifted subs. Can I have another copy? I thought I was subbed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just auto renews. And now the overlay will try and catch up with all the donated subs. Twitch itself, I think, is running a little bit slower tonight. I don't know. Something like that, maybe. Number 1, Lord Haster. Yeah, I can't see that because I'm only looking at the other thing. You're watching on a browser of some description or the app. I'm not. I'm looking via Streamlabs. So it's kind of is what it is. I'm going to give my eyes a rest from those goggles. Man alive. Ugh. I don't think I need them for this raid, to be honest. Ugh. Where's Siljar Russell with the funny cat pictures when you need them? Come on, where are you? Have you disappeared on me? Have you gone away? I think they have, yeah. Yes, 10, but 100 well, it'll be 160 all told now. My God. Yeah, I do see more clearly with them, but they are hurting my eyes, so I need proper ones, I guess. I mean, these cheapy things, they're designed for you to throw on while you read something small and then take them off again, aren't they? Or walk around all the while like this. Like, yes, Grandpa is ready. Yes, he is, yes. Grandpa is here. And to tell you all off for being very, very naughty. Would you like a biscuit? It's pre-war, perfectly safe to eat. Owen has lost the game now. Well done. Come on. Ah, there you go. It's got it back. Yes, we had a collection of things. Yes, we did. I suppose I have actually got time to show you that tomb, but I don't. Now I've joined the raid and everything, I don't want to log off because it confused the raid leader. Like, where did they go? You know. You can catch him next time. I'll be playing him more in the week, I think. Yeah, I've got... I'll have to show you on Firefox, I guess. Stop it! I have survived! I have made it! Where's the display capture? There you go. So I can show you this is my video and do what I want. Oh, timestamp. Space Quest makes me huge with 2 million HP. Yeah, here you go.
Drive every day.
Stop! Go away. I is a big. I am a big. Ah, come at me now, Nelly Johnson.
Her Excellence.
See what I mean? If you want to watch that vid later or whatever, that's over on the YouTubes. Yes, and then Soto Mahoney's message. Her Excellency Eva Poor Eyes. That's Brian says poor eyes as poor eyes. Yeah, then he warped me into the beast room, the beast lair, in Real Pande, we think it was, because there was a portal and the beast, and you don't get that in instance Pande. You get one or you get the other. You get a dead beast and a portal, or beast and no portal. How long have you been playing? Too long. I started when the game launched in 2001. In fact, I played the 2-week beta before that. And then the beta was free, but then you had to buy the game. So it was like a gap of a couple of weeks or whatever. Yeah, and I pretty much played solidly till 2006. Then my son was born and, you know, new baby in the house and all that. So I didn't play much until 2012. So I was kind of on and off for a few years, but yeah. I've kind of solidly been back since, yeah, probably since 2014, 2015, something like that. Kronos Vinx gifted a tier 1 sub to Excelsior 100. They've gifted 11 gifted subs to the channel. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. And if you are the person receiving a gifted sub, do not forget to thank the person that gifted it to you. I would like to heavily invest in a game like Eve or Lautaro or Anarchy. I just get too bored. I don't. Maybe I do other things. I play other games. You know, like after this, I won't play Anarchy again today. But if I decide I want to play a game, I might have a quick playthrough of Portal 2 or Portal or a bit of Half-Life or some Deus Ex or, you know, that kind of thing. But the thing that keeps me coming back to Anarchy Online really is the people I know in the game. You know, the community itself really is what I really love. Yeah, that's it, yeah. It comes to AO, you play the game for fun, but stick around for the community. Yeah, kind of exactly that, really, yeah. Sector 42 delayed, but... There's people going, there's people coming back. My buffs will be greying out before the raid starts. We're doing 2 sides, so it should be a quicker start today. Usually Alliance seems to struggle herding their cats. Hodor seems to get it done a bit quicker, but then again, Hodor's got more than one raid leader, so it simplifies it quite a bit. You know, if you've got one raid leader for each of the 2 groups, that's a lot easier than herding all the cats. Oh, Savik has returned on her fixer. And Savik knows how many points I've got, so Savik has come for... Has Savik come for a thing, or has Savik already got a thing? No. Savik already has a thing on this tune. Nah. I thought Savik was playing tactics. Theolis. The process for Hodor and Alliance in terms of gathering is pretty much the same, yeah. I've never done the Alliance one, but yeah. Oh, I should do that. I should bring my big fixer along to one of these. I always forget. Don't need an AC/DC at the minute. I'm going to bid on some Jathos tomorrow, possibly. I want to know... Well, maybe she realised a good fixer is better in Sector 42 than a good dock. Someone last week used leg shot after the fixer had snared, and a lot of people died. The boss did go down, so it wasn't all bad, but yeah. Since she is the boss, you have no chance if she wants something. Yeah, this is true. Yeah. I was like, oh, Seekers, yeah, just back away, you know, 20 metres in-game, I'll be fine. Why are the Seekers following? Why are all the other Seekers following that were snared before? Yeah, not a fun time, basically. Yeah, I need to spam on the countdown, yeah. Either someone... it wasn't someone fluffing the snare. They still had the snare animation thing on them, but yeah, they all suddenly moved because someone used a leg shot on the boss. It did not end well. It's the first thing they say when you're in there. Whatever you do, don't use any snare procs and or anything else. I don't think I've ever taken a fixer into here, to be honest. Well, not recently. Now that woman's shouting for a kid again. I don't know what word she's actually saying or what the kid's name is. It's like... I'm checking all my emails and stuff while I'm waiting here. You can probably tell, because no matter what you do in Chrome, when you go to your email, it's like, no, you will have white and black. On the other side, the fixer is the one prof that can arrange things in Sector 42 when points are scarce. Oops, did you get killed? Oh, you can't get back in or bid. Too bad. Yeah. Savik's done some shady deal with someone that needs to think, I'm not even going to be bidding, so there's no point killing me off. Okay, just saying. I don't think anyone would do that anyway. 200 more than you. It's still 200 more, Sav. I spent a whole 3 of them yesterday. No accidental meeps either. Oh yeah, God, that was a classic. Has everyone seen that clip? Oh wait, Siljo Russell's back to entertain us. Step 1, get giant beach balls. Step 2, paint eyes on them. Step 3, place them in a tree facing your neighbour's house. Step 4. I'm stealing that. Save image as. I'll put it in there. There we go. I like that one. I would like to do that someday. Yeah, the accidental meep. Let's see if I can find that quickly. Every time. I wish I'd never put that there now. How long ago was it? Was it this year or last year? I think it was last year, wasn't it? Yeah, it was last year. Finding it now. I know I put it in the title. Oh, there you go. Death by cat. Nascents last night, and they're spawning in the direction I'm running. There you go. Everything's going quite well.
If you're thinking of
Oh, will you naff off? Trying to do something here. Yeah. Watch this team over here. It's all going quite well, you know. Snares are snaring. Yeah, man. Come on, ugly. No, I've always had like a 4 o'clock shadow by 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? Space Quest is after Cal. No, there'd be a lot more Seekers in here if he was here. Jesus, you watched the end of Nascents last night. Yeah, keep your... Poof, there you go. In the direction I'm running in constantly. I don't even realise at this point because I'm watching the playfield, not the team. I'm like, what the hell am I? What's going on? Okay, did we lose the amp? Oh, well, I'm dead anyway. Never mind. Yeah, death by cat. Go LFT a dope raid, okay. On LFT. There we go. Oh, team 1. Yeah, I shouldn't have maximised that window. I thought, oh, we're all right for a good 10 minutes yet. Nope. Yeah, I have to watch that. It's raid on here. Need to be paying attention. Except maybe to that guy in the bikini. Go away. I'm joking. Yeah, what's this armor called this guy's wearing here? Nonus. It's like semi-transparent and fierier elsewhere. Wasn't that one of the birthday armors? Confiscated Halloween costume. He's wearing that, so what are we seeing there? It's from the Arbiter's store, is it? Flycatchers and that. It does look cool. It looks a bit like the face. Looks like chunky Venom. You know, Venomate a coach load of school children. There you go. Is it from the Arbiter's store? Oh, I didn't know. It is kind of cool looking though. What is it then? Like a nano or? I can't see it in his social armor set. And he's wearing awakened. That armor is saying, I play like... I think of a backyard wrestler. Oh, I know what you mean, yeah. El Big O. Something, yeah. No, we're doing callers. This is getting serious now. Not all of them yet, though. See, I went for the classic keeper look, apart from the sword. I'm not having any fun with it today. No one's going, what sword is that? They've probably just done an inspect. It's like, oh, that's what you've got, is it? Makes you realise how big this sword looks on this character, though, when you change it for the smaller one. I still think this one, Corrupted Edge, should have been the one with the higher damage, because this totally looks... But it is exactly the same mesh and model as the one in the IPS or the character creation screen. And it's not that bad of a weapon, actually. It's not terrible, it just doesn't have the crit of the... and the dot of the other one. So there's that. Soldier Russell with another image. Shocking news. Is this sound? Oh. Okay. Is she okay? Is the lady okay? She didn't look... Did she faint or something? What happened? It looks like she fainted there. Well, I hope the lady's okay. She fainted live on TV. Yeah, it looked like it, like... just about to take a bit of breath and then... yeah, it didn't work out too well. Oh, well, I hope she was alright. If she was totally passed out when she fell, she probably is. Lack of oxygen in the studios. Yeah. I mean, studios and stages as well used to get really hot with the old lights. Not so much now with modern lighting, but yeah. They used to. Used to be on stage and like, if it was a small stage, sometimes you'd have like a 300 watt lamp there with a coloured gel in front of it. My God, you used to cook you. You felt like, you know, an iguana underneath it. Yeah, the lights they use, I mean, if you ever see a long shot inside a news studio, there's so much lighting above them, it's unbelievable. But as they're going over to LED lights and stuff, that's less and less of a problem. Make sure I've got everyone. There we go. Where do I want to put it? Yep. What are we doing? I'm in the caller list. No, don't do that. Which one are we doing? You're in the other one, aren't you, Sav? Which one have you got? Which one are we on then? West, north, east? No meeping. East, I think. Okay. I'll figure it out. I'll just follow a Docalypse. Wherever they're going, I'll just go, yeah, I'm following you. I think it's time for more tree. Away from where, hopefully, our boss spawns. Everyone should have that now, shouldn't they? Been in team long enough, all of them, to cycle. Someone's complaining they can see Atox toes. Oh, ICC planet-wide announcement. Where My Pet Go has been awarded the highest honorary rank for outstanding dedication to the defence of Rubicon. They hit 220 earlier on in the stream, didn't they? That's a name you don't forget. Where My Pet Go. That must be a crap. I don't know. Is, what is it? Where My Pet Go. .207 MP. My God, they've leveled fast then. Got AI 30 from AI 19 the last time it checked that, which would have been like in the last 3 days. They got some levels last night then. Level 1 pet for crap. Always got lost before. Right, yeah. That should be a startup nano. Pet warp. Floor tag. I didn't sign up to be killing no aliens. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful solution. Yeah, Independence Day, the original one. No peace. He's got all of Brent Spiner, I think. Yeah, that's a lot of levels very quickly. Fair dues, he's been grinding. Unless that's really out of date. Where'd my pet go? Yeah, he has been motoring, hasn't he? Fair dues. Normally I'd say there's no way you can get that many AI levels, but you kind of can now. So, you know. Atox 70 is a special operation, no worries. I went from 218 to 218.9999 and then back to 218 because I was viciously murdered so many times. Thing is, if the guy doesn't show up, we can't get in. So, yeah. He's not just off his spot somewhere, is he? Anyone gone and looked? I can't imagine how you would get him off his spot. He can't be aggroed or attacked, but... Does he despawn? Can he be killed? I thought he couldn't be attacked. No, he hasn't wandered to the other gate. Larry said he was already gone. 10 minutes or less, right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen, not actually seen him here. There's no way an NPC would jump over the side either. It's not a thing they do usually. Soldier Russell with another clip. Let's have a look. Must fight urge to jump into box. Yes, please don't. I think you'd upset people. I don't think he can even move since he can't be attacked. Yeah, I'm sure. I know you can attack the unicorn guards and stuff. Unicorn Access Supervisor has a new skin. It's not fluff this up, since we've been waiting here for nearly an hour. I would like authorization to enter Sector 42. Do you have your codes? Yes, here you are. Trade them to him. Click the tick. Wait for him to finish. I accept the mission. Please give me access to Sector 42. And then click goodbye. Or it doesn't work. That is a new outfit. Normally you can see his face, can't you? You can talk to like 40 people at once, yeah. Pretty much. Are we east, are we, Sav? Or west, or north, or what are we? Harutzia. I still can't say Savik's bloody name on, like, most of her tunes. Nope. Let's see if we can remember now, children. Never eat shredded wheat. Yeah, there you go. That way. And as seen as the maps don't rotate in the game, because maps shouldn't, it's go right. Oh, yellow belt for 500 mil. Where were you when I needed you? Why didn't you drop for our raid? We're in here at 1900 hours exactly, which is kind of not something that happens that often, I gotta be honest. Usually there's, you know, a bit of finagling here and there and whatnot. But yeah, we got down here pretty sharpish today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is a new outfit he was wearing. I don't remember it looking like that before, unless there's some glitch on my system or something. I don't know. "33 people are in, there's me! Yay! Raid kick. No!" I haven't got the permissions to do so. Quickly looking over, I've got notifications over on the Discord. Maybe he was out of his bed in the morning going, oh shit, I'm late. Take his wife's clothes instead. Yeah, I hate when that happens. I don't think I can get my arms down Mrs. Callister. No, that's not true. She's quite athletic, so. I would definitely not get in her pants, though. Wait, no, that's not quite the way I wanted that to sound, but yeah, I couldn't wear them. And if I tried to put one of her t-shirts on, I would break it. It would literally rip. She uses my t-shirts and shirts as night shirts. I know I've lost a t-shirt forever when she gets into bed wearing it. It's like, never getting that back. My procs are running. I am ready to go. You can hear all those ruins behind us going. I'll make weird noise, those. Oh, that's a cool helmet. That's the DB thing, isn't it? Stay there. Yeah, it's cool. I like the little blue highlights on it. The eyes. Dead, menacing eyes. Illegally modified dreadlock, modified shark. That's a mouthful, isn't it? How much better is this than the normal shark? Not sure. I think it's got a higher MBS on it as well. Big cats like catnip too, do they? Apparently, yes, they do. Yep, that lioness definitely liked it. Yeah, what armor is that? Let's have a quick look. Dust Brigade Tech Unit Helmet. It's pretty good armor, actually. Was this subscription reward thing or something? It's mostly wildcats that are exposed to wild catnip do not react to catnip, but the ones in the zoo usually do. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know what the, you know, the mechanics of why cats have any kind of reaction to catnip is. It's like some dogs love rolling in cow pats, but who the hell knows why? I've heard theories like, oh, it gives them a stronger smell and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but it ain't their smell. It just smells like cow dung. Or cow pat. Because, yeah, horses have dung. Cows, well, largely liquid that sets. Yes, the cool armor. I'm tired. Come on. Need some action. Cobra my command shouts, "The donut holds. I just removed something from the oven. What is it? I massaged it with olive oil, put nutmeg and cinnamon on it, and it's shaped like a bell with a church spire. Name next week's lunch." Okay. Guess the dish. Apparently. On the flip side, realistically, zoning right after the guy spawned the towers are probably not even up yet. Oh, I don't know. I would think they all do it at the same time, maybe? Oh my god, you put a leet in the oven. Ah! How's the countdown? Go. Come back here and fight me like an alien. Plowing through them. I did some volunteer work at a local zoo, and they did have a couple of big cats there, and they said if you're at all squeamish, don't go to look at the big cats on Tuesday mornings. So of course we all went to look. Why not? Reason is, that's when they throw half a cow in there. A side of beef. And they just gnaw the way through it. And then go lie down somewhere quiet. If I'm on the caller list, I need to start each fight with Q, don't I? Why are we getting drawn north? We're going east, aren't we? My daughter worked in a zoo as a summer thing. I was jealous because she had 6 weeks with otters. Oh yeah. Well, that was pretty cool. No, I volunteered to help build the petting zoo. So I just went there and I was a labourer for a couple of weeks. It's kind of cool though. We got like, for the 2 weeks we could come and visit with the family. We got like family ticket and learned the back way in. So you don't have to go through the front gates and stuff. I see the fence. The local zoo here is one of Norway's biggest. The high contractor, yeah. This was like, it was like a Welsh government thingy thing they did. It was the late 80s. I just volunteered for it. It just seemed like a fun thing to go and volunteer for. All I was doing was mixing concrete and cement. You know, they wouldn't let me do any actual building. Like they had proper builders in to do the actual building, but Yeah, one guy showed me how to do pointing on natural stone. So I learned that. Did a lot of painting as well. Turned out I was quite good at painting. And not using a shovel as a bed, as we used to say, because there'd be someone there leaning on their shovel like they were propping up a bar drunk at midnight. Saying using that shovel as a bed. Right, it has the thing. Yep. Yeah, I didn't know where it was you lived. Did you? You said before it was Norway. There's one place I would love to visit. There and probably New Zealand, actually. Thanks to those now 6 massive movies for the New Zealand Tourist Board, made by Peter Jackson. Norway is not recommended to visit one beer and you've used all your trawling budget. Nabs Le Renard, welcome to the stream. Chronos Sphinx gifted a tier 1 sub to Nabs Le Renard, who gifted 12 to the channel. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. And if you receive the gifted sub, do not forget to thank the person that gifted it to you. I was out for a drink the other day. 13 euros. Isn't it NOK in Norway? Don't they still use their own krona? Yeah, everything's heavily taxed, but everything's paid for. Mihalik, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, sir. How the devil are you? Yeah, there's quite a few emotes actually on the channel there. We got our own currency, but you won't get an understanding on that. Yeah, there's yeah, that's what I was going to say. Well, they said the price of a drink in euros, and that's why I said, aren't you on NOK? You know, Norwegian krona. But I know it's not like so many kronas makes a daddy krona. You know, it's not decimalized; it's just kronas. Oh, look who showed up. It's the tower. Yeah, if something only costs less than 1 krona, there's no smaller denomination, is there? Oh, you have got that. So, oh God, what's the O with the line? If it's not euros or dollars, it's not real money. I think you'll find it is. They've got their own oil and gas in Norway. And that backs up any currency you like. Anyway, pound sterling is proper money. Good job we decimalised it, because no one would understand it otherwise. So you have 100... What are they? Or? Is it or? 100, is it 100 or to a kroner? So they're like pence. 100 pence to a kroner kind of thing. The difference between a dollar and a ruble. $1, oh dear. I think it's like the German O, but it's longer. The I'm useless at that. I always stand here so everyone gets the buffs and such. Kill tower and back to the wall. The wall of doom. I'm waiting for ally confirmation to pass the fence. Oh. We're on first boss. Here comes second boss. But not the proper boss. Mind you, East isn't too tricky, on the bosses at least. What's the one that spawns all those horrible little red ads? I hate that one. That one's a proper pain in the bottom. We better get at least 25 more aliens. Okay, I found a mid-break. Ah. Okay, look forward to it. But I'd wait until then because I can't click it while we're doing all this. Free kill tower to 2 blobs. Go on then. You can share the link. Let's have a look. Let's bathe the kitten. Look at his little sad face. Recently rescued kitten. And so he's been living on the street and sleeping in car engines to keep warm. It should be noted most pet cats never need a bath. Oh, look how relaxed it is. Spicy sorbet. Yeah. Trouble is, when a cat's got a lot of muck on its fur, it will try and wash it off naturally, and of course that means it's putting whatever the hell is on it in its mouth, and if it's been in an engine bay, then all kinds of toxic crap. Yeah, didn't like it, but it's alright with it now. Check out Hungarian. E-oi-E-I-F oos eek ink ook ook. An A and an A. There are 44 letters in total. I'm like, why? Because that's how their language works. Are they all the letters or are they accents? It depends. Well, it's like Welsh, isn't it? 2 L's is actually a different consonant. It's hl. And 2 D's is th. But there wasn't an English letter for th and hl, so they just used doubled up. Because they were too lazy to give us one with dots on it or something like that, you know. Was so done wearing a t-shirt and shorts when I tried to shower my cat. It did look like a bad night's sleep rolling out of bed made of nails. Oh. Yeah, the kids washed one of our cats once. It was not amused. They managed not to get scratched though. They just washed it just to see if they could. Stupid thing let them. And then I was there trying to dry the poor bloody thing off. It took they washed it with people shampoo. It took all the oil out of its fur, and I couldn't let it out for at least 3 days, and it was not happy. You know, if it had gone out and it rained, it had just been soaked to its skin, you know? Like, honestly, in English, SH and S should be different letters, they're vastly different sounds. Well, English evolved out of so many other languages, that's why it's the way it is. Florida man had to wash a cat for flea treatment, told the missus next time I'd rather hop through a wood chipper, be less damaged that way. I think maybe not. I think you'd still be moving if you came. You might not be moving after a wood chipper. Well, not by your own power, anyway. If a cat's living in a home, they don't need washing, they simply wash it. Yes, of course they do. But cats don't. They get out and, you know, you paint the radiator and the cat leans on it, and then you got to try and get the paint out, otherwise it'll lick the paint and the paint's toxic, and you know. And now I need to jump in the shower, so until I am back. Well, there's an animal that's quite happy to be in a bath. He's really quite happy where he is there, isn't he? Yeah, well, they are designed, if you like. They are made and evolved to live in that marshy swampland kind of stuff. And, you know, freshwater lakes and ponds and such. A hippo is faster in water than a horse on land, so yeah, dangerous animal. Oh yeah, yeah. They might look all cuddly and fun. You know, look how big it's got a mouth. It can open its mouth big enough to get all of you in it, and then it's got these massive teeth and jaw muscles. Yeah, don't mess with a hippo. Now for the obligatory stuff. Yes. One more. Okay. You guys ready for the best cat picture of all time? You're welcome. It does look like a knockout blow, doesn't it? I think we need to get the pat under control. The little bugger's misbehaving. Yeah, it's pretty good. I have seen that one before, but yeah, it's a good one. Oh no, they've decided they don't like me. I did nothing. I didn't shoot at you. I didn't shackle you. None of that. And yeah. Ally is pre-killing tower now. Okay, well, pretty close. They're not far behind at all. Put things away so I don't forget next time where the hell's XYZ gone. Oh yeah, my social sword there. Please remove any and all snares, AoEs, roots included but not limited to leg shot, D-shots, both kinds, full frontal, adv melee, snare perk, adv poop aura, soldier up grenade proc buff, throwing grenades, when, crat snare proc, crat root proc, MP and Engi pet snare procs, crush bones, etc, etc. Don't be doing any kind of snares or roots whatsoever, or the Seekers will come charging at me again. I mean, you'd think I'd be used to Seekers chasing after me by now, wouldn't you? But no. Doom, doom, doom. Boom, boom, boom. Da-da-dum. Do-do-do-do-do. The you've just been aggroed music in AO would sit perfectly in some, you know, like, noir, is it noir? Noir. Yeah, some noir black and white detective movie or something. Now, by the way, guys, I would like to roll a new tune, but I don't know what, Prof. Well, what do you fancy? What did you say? MP, NT, Crat, and what else? Was it just those three? There you go. There's a poll. Oh, I didn't put Keeper in, never mind. What about a nanomade shade using E? If you've never played Keeper, I would make one. They're just There's so much utility. Overpower. If you want to be useful in a team, the last two are the way to go. Yeah, I didn't put all of them in. The thing is, when I open up the poll to create it, it bloody completely covers the chat window, so I can't read the chat anymore. There's like 3 nano squishies or a strong melee prof. Nano squishies. I'm keeping that. I'm stealing that word. Yeah, what breed you got? Solitus, Oppie Flex, Trox, and Nano Squishy. You should probably give some thought on what you'd like to play. Yes, very sensible. Yeah, if you're gonna, you know, use up a character slot, you know how careful I am. I just hit Q, then all the other buttons, then die. Yep, there you go. Yeah, any pet class is good fun till about 150, then it sucks ass till about 205, and then it's fun again. It's just the way pets are. Because you can't get the next pet because there's a level lock on it, even though you're like 10 times enough skill to cast it. You can't because you're not high enough levels. You're stuck with the same pet for ages. Whereas early on in the beginning, you know, that's not the case. You can cast pets way above your level, which makes you super duper powerful. Engie gets dark chocolate at 175. I think it's 205 actually, that one. Snare them, snare them, snare them. Get those doggies, snare them. Seekers! Someone's breaking the bloody... I'm recasting Ward like it's Eumenides. Yeah, someone's breaking the snares by using an AoE. Told you they will spam roots. You see, there you go, they're all snared, perfectly fine, and then suddenly they start moving. That's someone using an AoE snare. Even though we've been asked not to do so. Look, they're all on the move again. Yeah. No idea why that happened, but hey. Yeah, someone was breaking. You could see they were all perfectly happily snared, and then all of a sudden, everybody else is bloody well snared. Use the pets the same level as you'll never feel overpowered. True. Yeah, and that's kind of what happens though. Start off, you're walking around with a blood red pet that's the, you know, kill everything in the dungeon, and then at 150 you've still got that same pet and you're going, dude, come on. Okay, North are doing their role. Kaboom! Yeah, I don't know who did that, but I bet you money it's the same person as last time who doesn't realise that something they're triggering has an AoE on it or something. That's what I think. So, yeah. North for 8,889 points. Not bad. I will be gutted, however, if one here goes for like less than 1,000 again. One went for 1 point 1 week. Because it was like nobody here actually needed one. At some point it is just do not die and keep aggro, yeah. Right. East Loot Invasion Plan. Which I have no use for on this toon at all, because you can only ever have one of them. Take the unique tag off. Everyone will be wearing like umpteen. Keeper became useful into the game. God, yeah. One of the strongest support classes in the game now. Since 18.7 they can use more than one aura. So you got Watch Ward, which blocks 2 whole attacks. You've got auras coming at your bum, and then a really good team hot as well. Also you've got add damage buffs. There's loads. Keepers are very strong now. They can solo like all the Inferno Diners except maybe Zark and Razor. I mean, I'm saying that this is a endgame geared, you know, keeper, so like all the nice toys in there, all the new armor types and stuff, the new condemned bulwark tank armor, you know, that kind of stuff, full alphas, you know, so yeah. If you're geared a bit weakly, then not so much. But yeah, keeper's got quite a nice rework, quite a good boost. A keeper in your team is you know, and a keeper, an Engie and a Krat can probably kill anything between them. Put a Doc in the team and they absolutely can kill everything. Yeah, subway belt, yeah. I'm not too worried because functionally though, you know, the way what I do with the keeper and the way I play him, etc. You know, they're pretty bloody strong anyway. It can do all the things I want it to do. It can go to all the, you know, hold its own in any raid. So, yeah. Yeah, a lot of classes got. I mean, I'll try and find you the link, but the list of fixes and changes in the 18.7 patch, which was in 2015. It's probably the biggest collection of changes they ever made. Let's see if I can find it. Anarchy Online 18.7 patch notes. Yeah, there we go. That's the link, and it there's a lot to read. Still going. That is a lot of reading. Hey! Thank you for the raidage this evening. I'm returning back to Old Athens, where there's shenanigans at the grid, because they're always, this is a dead game, no one plays. Okay. We got a bunch of beached hydro. Help me, everyone! Come on, let's. These hydro vehicles, a whole shoal of them has beached itself. We need to get them back in the water. Come on, give me a hand. We'll push them in. Get the fire brigade to hose them down so they don't dehydrate. I have no idea. Right, okay. Is anybody else streaming Anarchy Online at the moment? Well, let's go and have a look. Yes, I know I am. Let's have a look. There's me and someone called Jambinos. Hey, that's all he says. Are you doing? If it's music, we're going. Nope. I'll go for streaming. I'll go raid Gopher. Why not? Probably watch his stream anyway. Right, okay. There we go. We go raid Gopher. He's a good channel. He will talk to you. Very entertaining as well. Yeah, he's playing Divinity Original Sin. So there you go. All aboard for the raid. He's British as well, so I'm very chatty. So it's all cool. Right then, thank you all for coming along. I shall return Wednesday. I may play before then, I don't know. If I get too close to 220, then I will come and do it live on stream. Okay then, thanks all. Thank you everyone for all the gifted subs and bits and the follows and everything else. And I will see you all for the next one. Okay folks, bye for now.